If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm today to get started. Hello, self-developers, and welcome to the Patrick Kelly Podcast for Self-Development, where I will be reviewing audible books on self-development that can change your life for the better this year and years to come. It is said that if we keep on doing what we always did, we will keep on getting what we always got. In other words, to change our output, we first have to change our input. Today is September 18th, 2022, and this is episode 38 of season 2. And today we will be reviewing the audible book, Cracking the Code, Breaking Through Your Self-Imposed Limitations by R.L. Adams. This audible book will help you crack the code to personal achievement and finally break through your self-imposed limitations. Business philosopher Jim Rohn once said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement."
Chapter 1.
It's possible. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important than what you become by achieving your goals. The self-imposed limitations we put on ourselves is the barrier that holds us back. If we really want to do something, we will find a way. If not, we will find an excuse. We lie to ourselves. It is said that the greatest lie we will ever tell are the lies we tell ourselves. The only person who can put a limitation on you is you. Self-limitations develop from our negative childhood experiences when our parents told us no over and over again in order to protect us from what they may have failed at. When we reach adulthood, we internalize what we have been indoctrinated to believe. We have to grow from impossible to I'm possible.
Chapter 2.
Reasons come first. In order to succeed, your desire for success must be greater. When you have enough why, you will figure out the how. Anything worthwhile won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Without a strong enough reason to do something, we will give up. You have to have deep-rooted reasons to propel you through any struggle. Cracking the code becomes simpler when there is a strong enough reason to back it up. To find your reason, find out what your burning desire or passion is in order to crack the code. We do more to avoid pain than we do to gain pleasure. The stronger the reason, the more pain you will be willing to endure. Picture yourself breaking down the door of a flaming building in order to save your mother from immediate danger. You would be willing to go through the fire in order to save the person who gave birth to you. With a strong enough reason, you can achieve anything.
Chapter 3.
Progress, not perfection. Progress lies not in enhancing what is, but in advancing toward what will be. We all focus on perfection and forget about making little bits of progress each and every day. Instead of making big strides to progress, we should focus on taking baby steps one at a time. Don't lose sight of your dreams when something gets in your way. It is said that obstacles are the things we see when we take our eyes off of our goals. We have to remain laser focused. Focus is an acronym meaning follow one course until successful. What makes the difference between a person who refuses to give up on something and a person who so easily throws in the towel? It all comes back to those deep-rooted reasons and the realization that nothing worthwhile is going to be easy. It takes consistency and determination over time. Short-term pain will garner long-time gains.
Chapter 4.
Eliminating the silent killer. Procrastination is the bad habit of putting off until the day after tomorrow what should have been done the day before yesterday. What sets people back the most from achieving their desired goals is procrastination. Procrastination is the silent killer because it silently kills off our dreams without us even realizing it. If you cannot overcome procrastination, you will never be able to crack the code. But if you are determined and focused enough, you will always be able to conquer procrastination. Fear can also create procrastination in our lives, causing us to put off tomorrow what we should do today. The question you have to continually ask yourself is, how bad do I want this, and am I willing to pay the price in order to get it? Closing thoughts. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this audible book an outstanding 5 for providing many ways on how to crack the code to defeat self-limitation. To find out more about this audible book, go to www.audible.com and download this audible book, or go to www.wanderlustworker.com to find out more information and other books written by the author. Remember to subscribe to this podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you do not miss an episode. And also remember to please share this episode via text or email with friends and family and other people that you care about. Follow me on Twitter at Kelly Podcast or Instagram at PatrickKelly_podcast. For more episodes of the Patrick Kelly Podcast for self-development, go to www.thepatrickkellypodcast.com. If you would like to donate $1 or more to the support of this podcast, click the donate button at www.thepatrickkellypodcast.com or go to $Patrick Kelly Podcast on Cash App, and I'll be sure to thank you on the next episode. This is the end of this podcast for today. Tune in next week Sunday for the next episode and the next audible book of over 300 books that I'll be reviewing on the Patrick Kelly Podcast for self-development. If you enjoyed this podcast, take a moment to rate and review on Apple Podcasts. This really helps me out. Feel free to share this podcast with someone you care about. And remember, your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. Take care.